It's no secret that modern gaming has been on a steady decline. We find ourselves in an era of titles far too cautious to diverge from the well-trodden path, or worse, titles that suffocate their audience with endless microtransactions. Currently, there's no shortage of experiences that seem to lack a distinct identity, or more accurately, a soul. I remember a time not so long ago when video games possessed a clear objective. They were driven by a vision that the creators wanted to share with the players. They were love letters to the medium, existing simultaneously as art and entertainment. We choose to invest our finite time into these digital worlds, stepping away from family, friends, and burdens of work to satiate desires both subtle and gross. However, there is a specific shooter that warrants a deep appreciation today. It is a title supported by a community that has fought tooth and nail to defy conventions of the modern industry. It stands tall above its peers. I'm of course talking about Helldivers 2. Before we even talk about the weaponry, we should probably address the movement. Unlike contemporary shooters that prioritize speed, this title embraces the intention of your every step. Your character possesses a tangible weight that influences your movement. When you sprint across the uneven terrain of a determined infested moon, you feel appropriately sluggish. You are a human in a suit of metal after all. The stamina system acts as a primary governor of your survival. It's a critical resource that dictates the pace of every engagement. Depleting your stamina bar makes you a sitting duck.
Much like a few other stamina-based games I can think of.
A winded soldier simply cannot outrun the colossal stride of a Bile Titan or the relentless pursuit of a Berserker. This system creates a constant cycle of resource management where you must decide exactly when and where you are positioned at any given moment in a mission. When that stamina fails, or when the sheer volume of fire becomes too great, you're meant to engage with the dive mechanic. The dive is arguably the most important tool in your kit. It's a desperate horizontal leap into the dirt that can save your life from a sudden explosion or a lunging claw. However, it leaves you flat on your belly, a sitting duck for any melee enemies that happen to be closing the distance. Beyond the dive, there's a sliding and mantling mechanic that offers tight, controlled bursts of speed that can be the difference between life and a shallow grave. When all those movement options fail, you get hit. This leads directly into the health and injury system, which is refreshingly brutal in my mind. No health regeneration here, boys and girls. If your limb is crippled, your aim will waver and your movement will limp. You're forced to rely on your limited supply of stims, a brief shot of adrenaline that heals your wounds and restores your stamina. It is a frenzied loop of resource management where your own body is the most fragile resource of all. Now, the armor you wear impacts your physical limits when your boots touch the ground. Categorized into three distinct classes, light, medium, and heavy, light armor favors scout playstyles, offering high speed and stamina at the cost of little protection, while heavy armor turns you into a walking tank capable of absorbing significant damage, though you will be gasping for air after a short sprint. Lastly, medium armor remains reliable and versatile. Beyond weight, are perks define your role. Whether that is carrying extra grenades, reducing your recoil when crouching, or self-destructing on death.
Orbital lead, Helldiver TIA, deploying replacement.
Once protection's out of the way, we need to look at the tools of the trade, your weapons. Each firearm is defined by its penetration power. A weapon might feel fantastic against small enemies, but if it lacks the armor penetration required to pierce the hide of heavier targets, then it's little more than a paperweight. This distinction offers a layer of tactical planning. You should balance your loadout to ensure you have a solution for both swarms and armored threats. Your secondary weapon serves as your desperate fallback, often a high fire rate pistol, heavy hitting revolver, or a portable nuke. Finally, we have grenades. These are your most immediate form of crowd control or structural demolition. From standard high explosive to incendiary and stun variants, your grenade choice is often what dictates your utility in a mission. With your physical presence and arsenal established, we move to more unique factors that define Helldivers 2: boosters and stratagems. Boosters are perks that are chosen at the start of every mission. Unlike traditional perks found in other shooters, boosters are a squad-wide enhancement. Only one of each type can be equipped per mission, which allows for team coordination. Options from increased stamina capacity, faster radar scans, or the ability to emerge from the Hell Pod fully stocked, these upgrades provide a passive benefit to all Helldivers. The stratagem system, on the other hand, is what makes Helldivers 2 special. These are powerful assets you call down from your super destroyer orbiting high above. To use one, you must input a sequence of directional commands similar to Konami code. These stratagems are divided into 3 major categories. Blues are supply stratagems, which grant you access to support weapons, like high explosive weaponry, flamethrowers, energy shields, or vehicles to name a few. Reds, or orbital hangar stratagems, are your aggressive stratagem options, ranging from precision strikes, 500 kilogram bombs, orbital lasers, and railguns. Lastly, green, otherwise known as bridge and defensive stratagems, allow you to deploy turrets and minefields to hold the line. Each stratagem has its own internal cooldown once it's been used. Some may take a minute, while others have a limited usage before they're completely gone. Beyond our loadout, we can also progress over time through war bonds and ship upgrades. These systems provide the long-term goals that keep the gameplay loop rewarding. War bonds are the primary method for obtaining new weapons, armor, and cosmetics. You earn medals by completing missions, which you then spend to unlock items across a layered tiered system. One praise I love to give is that war bonds do not expire. You are free to progress through them at your own pace without the pressure of FOMO. This ensures that content remains available to every player regardless of when they started spreading democracy. Ship upgrades are a more permanent increase to your power. As you explore various planets, you collect different rarities of samples. You donate these samples to improve the capabilities of your super destroyer. These upgrades provide direct buffs to your stratagems, such as faster reload times for your turrets, additional salvos for your orbital barrages, or quicker deployment for your support weapons. Whether you unlock new gear through war bonds or enhancing your power through ship upgrades, you feel a sense of growth across your time played. It provides a goal of progression that rewards the effort you put into every successful extraction. Lastly, there is a larger picture that binds all of this together. Every mission you complete, or fail, feeds into a galactic war map. This menu for mission selection doubles as a theater of war where every player contributes to the shifting front lines. The weight of your actions is felt through the different enemy factions that threaten our way of life. Whether you are fighting back the endless socialist swarm of the Terminids, or engaging in a cold tactical firefight across the mechanical legions of the automatons, each front requires a completely different loadout. These threats are unique challenges to the community at large. When developers issue major orders, the player base rallies towards a specific goal. These orders create a narrative for us that is told without any cinematic cutscenes. It transforms the game into a massive shared campaign. When a planet falls, we feel the loss together. When a victory is achieved, it feels like a genuine triumph for the community. This overarching struggle is what brings me back to the idea of a soul. In a landscape filled with games that feel like they were designed by a committee to maximize engagement, Helldivers 2 feels like it was designed to create memories. It succeeds because it values the experience of the player and the camaraderie of the squad over anything else. It is a loud, explosive middle finger to the decline of modern gaming. It's a reminder that when creators have a vision and a community has a cause, video games can still feel like art and entertainment in their purest form. I'm so glad to have had the chance to gush about this title today. It's a rare win for those of us who just want to sit down and play something that feels like it was made with care and purpose. I've been Tarvanith, and thank you for watching.